We'll try again. Anyways, in a preface, who do you guys think I relate to more? The normal, normative people who write to me and say things like, you belong on medication. I'm not trying to be mean, but you really need help. You're more mentally ill than a mother, etc., etc., etc. Or the people who write to me and say things like, I feel your pain. I feel your pain, Laura. I've experienced the same thing myself. I know what it's like. Don't take those drugs, And people like you and me, they probably wouldn't help anyway. And I cut myself, to escape pain. What do they know? And, who the fuck do you think I relate to? Okay. People in the latter category have been a godsend. I've continued, obsessively and endlessly doing these videos. They help me vent. Certainly couldn't vent to Dom's mom, could I? I was shut up, silenced, for even speaking my mind in regards to the dog that they supposedly loved as much as I did, okay? I could vent on these YouTube videos. I could express myself. I could prove I wasn't just a fat loser who could believe 100% that Jack Kruger was in love with her. Something that I could have been true. It wasn't completely impossible because I had fans all over the world back when I could have gotten a man like Jack Kruger when I was dancing on my Earth Camp TV channel, Alicia. And I also had written thousands upon thousands of words that talked about my entire life and psyche and whatnot. In any case, since I may or may not be crazy, and you guys will never know for sure. This letter that I wrote may or may not be to a figment of my imagination. You guys will never know that for sure either. In any case, it sums up a lot of things. Dear Stefano, I'm truly sorry, but my life is a complete mess right now. And this could be to more than one figment of my imagination, by the way. A figment of the male persuasion. Dear Stefano, I'm truly sorry, but my life is a complete mess right now, and I have absolutely nothing to give to you or to anybody else. You're happy, confident, completely baggage-free, etc., 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 and I'm none of these things, Stefano. Truthfully, I don't even want to be here, although I have no intention of acting on it. My mother's illness that has been directly and indirectly affecting my life and psyche for 34 years and counting causes me to far too often despise my own mother for doing and thinking things that she obviously can't help doing and thinking. My mother wants to have her cake and eat it too, Stefano. My mother is completely controlled via manipulation, brainwashing, and especially phony love and false concern by her half-sister, who has been my sworn enemy for too many years. Equals I just can't take any of this, Stefano. I'm on edge all the time. I'm continuously boiling over with frustration of various forms, including that, of course. Frustration of various forms and rage. Hence the number one reason why I desperately tried to do this dating website thing in the first place. My mentally ill mother, who has suffered from the disease of schizophrenia since I was 10 years old, even forced me to go live, quote unquote, in a Massachusetts homeless shelter, where I ultimately spent 6.5 horrible months. After she had talked big on the phone, promised to fight for me against the family, and even sent me the money so that Omar and I, who barely got out of LA alive, by the way, could come here to her home and try to heal. Of course, she later lied through her teeth to her sister and the rest of the family and whatnot, and told all of them that a good friend of mine had paid for my flight. My utterly childlike mother wants me here in her home, a place where once I was on psych disability and was also suffering from an agonizing bulging disc injury, the return of a past agonizing bulging disc injury, by the way. My half-aunt finally deigned to allow me to come stay. But my mother wants me to simply sit back, not upset the family. Especially since a good sister might die, and live under the thumb of a family member of mine whom I 100% believe intends to continue to use my mother's trust and naivete and memory loss and desire to not make waves, whatnot, and not, provoke her half-sister, not cause her half-sister's wrath and whatnot to come upon my mother, to eventually screw me out of my rightful inheritance that I truly believe my aunt thinks of as hers, simply because my aunt simply because who helped out of sister love and the goodness of her heart, or so I used to think, simply because she was who helped out of sister love and the goodness of her heart, or so I used to think, my mother become financially secure and stable in the first place. And whom I want to believe intends to continue to use my mother's trust, naivete, and memory loss that causes my mother to forget all the bad things my half-aunt has most definitely said and done to both my mother and me on numerous occasions over the years. My entire life should be made into a movie, but I know that will never come to be. And now that I've hit my mid-40s, I also know for a fact that I don't have a chance in hell of ever seeing even one of my lifelong big dreams materialize into reality. It's not your fault, of course, Stefano, that I not surprisingly revealed too much too soon to you. But it 100% proved to me that I was kidding myself when I thought that I could do this dating stuff. Although I instantly recognized that I really have very little in common with you. You seem like a wonderful man, and I know that you, unlike the case with me, will have no problem finding a woman whom you deserve and who also deserves you. I'm not that woman. Please do us both a favor and never contact me again, but please feel free to keep me in your prayers, even if you truly aren't any more religious than I have been today. Do you guys really... I need to preface this with, there were over 1,000 unread messages that people have posted under my videos over the years, you know, in my Hotmail inbox, that are also, you know, in my YouTube inbox, whatever, that I read a significant number of today. Finally faced my fears and realized who gives a fuck what these strangers think of you. Who cares if they write the most scathingly cruel things, like that you should kill yourself, do the world a favor and kill yourself? Who cares? Because in between all the horrible comments were really uplifting comments. That's all that matters to me. Do you guys really think, especially under the light of the fact that I'm certainly not alone? God, I used to watch American Idol. These people knew that only one person could be the American Idol, and yet they would just be devastated, you know, when they made it so far and then got sent home. Meanwhile, only one person could be the American Idol, you know. I wasn't trying to be the American Idol, I was trying to get a little tiny piece of fame, you know, a tiny bit of recognition from my family that I'm not just scum. Not just a quote-unquote mentally ill member of another mental